everyone. Let me sort this out for you. 1 second. Hello, everyone. How you all doing? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Guess what? It's match day, guys. I'm really excited. Manchester Derby is round the corner, guys. Just a few hours away, guys, before the big game. You know what? A really important, pivotal game in our season, to be honest with you. I feel like it's like an opportunity to, send a message out there that we've arrived. We're in this Premier League, you know what I mean? And I think if we win against City, that will signify that, obviously. It's a very difficult start for Man United this season. Obviously, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. I mean, with the likes, obviously, Brentford and Brighton on top of that, it's a very difficult start to the season for Man United. It's probably the hardest start of the season out of all the Premier League clubs. Again, of course, guys, Man United always get the rough end of the stick in regards to the draw, in regards to the Premier League draw, of course, guys. It is what it is, though. We can't moan about it. We just have to get on with it. And today, we have to send a message. It's very important that Man United send a message out there today, guys. But, guys, before I start properly, I know it seems like I've started already, but please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, put your notifications on, all that great stuff. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this Sunday, of course. It is Sunday, guys. Absolutely. And you know what, guys? Let's get straight into it. In regards to Manchester United and the future of Manchester United, of course, many people, even on this stream, have mentioned a player that I'm about to talk about right now. His name's Ayoub Boyadi. Ayoub Boyadi. I hope I'm saying that right. He is a player that currently plays for Lille in France, guys. Very talented central midfielder, defensive midfielder, central midfielder. Now, this player has been spoken about over the last few months in regards to coming to Manchester United. He is a generational talent, a very, very big talent in France. And people are talking about him as one of the next big things coming out of France. So what do Man United do about this? Now, Boyadi is wanted by the likes of Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich, Arsenal. And Man United need to move quickly. And this is exactly what we've been talking about over the last few months. Man United, if they're going to get these players in, they have to act quickly, they have to act swiftly, and they can't be resting on their laurels and waiting for something to happen. They need it to happen, guys. They need to act quickly in regards to it. Now, this player is a player I feel that Man United cannot miss out on. We cannot miss out on this player. This player is an absolute generational, and I feel like we should be going in for him and trying to organize something in regards to signing him up. Now, this obviously depends on Carlos Baleba. What happens with Carlos Baleba will depend on what happens with the likes of Ayoub Boyadi. I know that some people will say that we need both. Of course we need both, but I doubt Man United are going to do two signings of that ilk in the same window. I don't believe they'll do that. Even though it's a godsend that we need two midfielders, I don't think Man United will do that. Now, this player, of course, can play central midfield, can play defensive midfield as well. Only 17 years old, only valued at about 28 million euros. So obviously that will go up. I mean, if Man United are interested, it will probably go up about 15, 20 million. Of course, so Man United could probably do a deal, or quite a cheap deal. Now, he's got 2 years left on his contract only. So not this next year, the year after, he's got left on his contract. So look, there's not much on his contract left. And this is why a lot of teams are going to be vying for his signature now. And obviously, they might get him at a discount price. And this is why his price is not relatively high as it should be, of course, guys. But this player is a player that I admire. And if Man United do not sign the likes of Baleba or Wharton, I feel like Man United should go in for a player like that. I put him in the ilk. I put him in the same category as like a Lamine Camara, an Agume, that sort of thing. These are the players that Man United need to be looking at in the midfield because obviously it represents something cheaper than Baleba should the Baleba deal fall through. Now, Baleba has been talking about coming to Manchester United. He has been saying that he wants to sign for Manchester United. And this is where what I spoke about a few weeks ago. Once the player starts to murmur, starts to talk about wanting to leave, wanting to go to a certain club, you know as well as I do, ultimately the player gets his wish, doesn't he? And I believe that this player will get his wish. I think Baleba will come to Man United. I'm starting to think that way next summer. However, That does depend on whether Man United can strike some kind of verbal deal before next summer. I don't believe Man United are going to do a deal in January. I don't believe Man United are going to do any deals in January unless it is something for free. Or it's something like a young player coming through, i.e. Patrick Dorgu or someone like that, or Aiden Heaven, something like that. So I don't believe Man United will do a massive deal in January. However, I do think Man United will do big deals next summer, as they should be doing, of course. Now, Man United are, as I spoke about a couple of weeks ago, going to meet up with Balaba's representatives in view of securing a verbal agreement with the camp of Balaba. And Man United are not only going to do that, they're also going to approach Brighton in regards to this verbal agreement and try and solidify a fee and a transfer before the summer. So Man United, when it comes to it, we're not wasting time faffing around trying to get the deal done. We're going to try and get that deal done early. Now, another player Manchester United have been on a radar again. I mean, it's funny how these same players keep cropping up. Is Dayot Upamecano. Upamecano is the French international centre-back, of course, played for Bayern Munich and Barcelona, those type of teams. I mean, he has gone off the radar over the last couple of years, and his criticism has been quite high over the years, guys, especially in recent years in regards to his mistakes he made, his injury prone, or whatever it is. He has been like basically a forgotten man in centre-back. He does play for Bayern Munich, but he will be a free transfer at the end of the season. So when his contract expires, there is going to be the likes of PSG, the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Manchester United, who are going to be vying for the signature of Upamecano. Upamecano is still a very talented player, and he's only 26. It seems like he's older, but he's only 26. He is a very talented player, and I feel like Man United could secure this player for free in the summer if we're quick and we act and we don't rest on our laurels. This will be a very smart signing. Of course it would. Experience, played for big clubs. And that's something that we need at the moment. Because when you're looking at Manchester United's defence and you're looking at Harry Maguire, I don't believe Harry Maguire is going to sign a new contract. I'm hearing that Man United are going to not offer him a new contract. So he will be leaving at the end of the season. And you know what? That will add to Lindelof, Evans and Maguire, obviously, be leaving this football club. Licha Martinez is still a big part of Manchester United's plans. Man United feel that they can sort out his injury problems. They are willing to offer him a new contract. I don't know what you feel about that, but you know what? That does represent a risk, obviously, when he's been injured so many times over this last couple of weeks, guys. Absolutely. A couple of years, shall I say, of course, guys. But Upamecano, Bayardi, two players on Manchester United's radar. I would be happy with a player like Oyo Bayardi. I would be happy, and Boadi, and I'll be delighted with that, guys. I would be, because you know what, it's a future signing, and it's a signing that I like. And if we don't get Balaba, don't expect a signing like that. Expect a Lamine Camara, expect an Lucien Agume, expect a Yavi Guerra, expect a Yorogiza from Athletic Bilbao. Expect these type of signings, guys. Adam Wharton, so it does look pretty likely that Man United are going to add to that midfield. They're going to sign a midfielder. It does look likely that Man United will sign a midfielder, guys. Absolutely. And that's a bit of process to bring in on this derby day, guys. It is a very important day in the calendar. It is the Manchester derby. We are counting down the hours to the Manchester derby. This is what it's all about. This is why we're here, guys. A massive game against Manchester City. We have to. Guys, look, you know what? I'm a little bit apprehensive. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit, eager for the game to start as well, because I don't know what Manchester United are going to come out of this game, to be honest with you. I don't know whether we're going to come out on fire. We're going to have this team, we're going to have that team. Ruben Amorim is very unpredictable in the lineups that he picks, of course, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. There is a couple of issues that need to be resolved in that team in regards to the number 10 and the number 8. We need to resolve that issue there in regards to, is it Mainu, is it Bruno, whoever it is, guys, absolutely. But we are counting down to the match. It's a massive match, guys. This is what's most important. This is why we're here. This is why we are about. This is what Manchester United are about. We're not just about transfers. We're about the football on the pitch, guys. Absolutely. This is what it's all about, guys. And I can't wait for kickoff later on, guys. And I will be doing the watch along today, of course, for that kickoff, guys. Absolutely. Let me just get into some of your comments, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone is blessed today. Hope everyone is good, of course. Absolutely. Big up Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good morning, Sal. We can win today. We have the belief. Absolutely. Ephraim, spot on. We will Sal, why are these journalists always obsessed about mainly questions? They think because they want diversity. They want not diversity, I'd say division, I should say, not diversity. That's something completely different. Daryl, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. It's the day we demolish City. Come on, my friend. This is what it's all about, my guy. We need to demolish City today. We need to send that statement. We need to announce to the Premier League that we have arrived, guys. We have arrived in this Premier League. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys. And that is what it's all about, Daryl. Absolutely. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Stephen. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope everything is blessed with you. Good morning, Tommy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as well. Is Cunha fit to play? Cunha is fit to play. But he's not going to be playing today. Cunha won't be playing today. He'll be out the squad today. He won't be. He's not match fit. The thing is with the injury, with the hamstring injury, a hamstring injury is a very funny one. It's a one that can, you know what, if you push it too much, it can get worse, especially a tear. So we're going to be cautious with Cunha, I believe. And the maximum Man United will hope for is that he's on the bench, but I don't even think he's going to be in the squad today, alongside Mason Mount, who won't be in the squad today. Unfortunately, happily that we have got cover in those positions, though, which is a good thing, of course, guys. Big up, Joe. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Morning, pal. Roll on last of my shift. Big up, Joe. Congratulations, my friend. And let's get those 3 points today. Come on, United. Look, guys, it's been a tough week for all of us. Do you know what I mean? Look, but let's hope that we get a nice ending to this week with a nice win against Manchester City. Of course, guys. Absolutely. King Jam, bless up all SP and Chatterboxer family. Big up, King Jam. How you doing? 2-1. That's my score as well, King Jam. That's my score as well. That's what I'm going for as well. I can't wait for it, guys. I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am. I think I'm more confident in this game than I would be against Brentford or Brighton or Bournemouth. You know what I mean? I just feel like that way. Maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I'm really looking forward to that. Good morning, Gary. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. The regulars in the house, of course. Absolutely. Johnny, hi, Sal. I said this earlier. Your boy is a gem. Yeah. We spoke about him, Johnny, in January. In January. He was linked to Man United a long time ago, mate. I actually first spoke about Boyoldi in 2024. United scouts should be another one. Look at, is it Lucas? Yeah, I know who he is. Mizel Zyko kind of player. Johnny, you won't get anything past Stretford Post, mate. We had these players on the list 2024, brother. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, the Man United are not on the same page as us. But they are now. But what Man United have done, however, Man United wait until other teams get interested. You know, they wait until other teams get interested, and then they make a move. Which some may say then it's too late, isn't it? Absolutely. I hope I'm not lagging too much, guys. Absolutely. Big up Old Trafford. What's going on, my friend? Big up the members in the house. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Tammy. We should beat Man City today. They are unfit with lots of injuries. They've got a couple of injuries out. They obviously got Cherky and Mamouche out. You know, they do have a big squad, though, don't they? They're going to have a lot of experience coming into that team. Obviously, Bernardo Silva and Foden. So we have to be careful and we have to be respectful when we go into this game. But we have to believe in ourselves and we have to believe that we can get this win done. I believe we can. I absolutely do. I really think Man United can go into this game and win this game. And I said 2-1. I did say 2-1. I got this feeling in my head, 2-1. I just got this feeling in my head. Hopefully, the goalkeeper situation in regards to buy-in there, you know, he has a good game. I really hope he has a good game because I don't want to be looking back on this game and thinking, should have played Celi Lamens. Should have played Celi Lamens. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but it is what it is, guys. Absolutely. Stephen, need to win today after Chelsea drawing last night. If Man United win, are we above Chelsea if Man United win? I think we are. Chelsea have already drawn 2 games this season, so they will have 2-5. They have 5. Man United win will have 6 points. You know what I mean? There you go, guys. So we'll be above Chelsea. What I liked about it was the fact that Garnacho made that mistake in the last minute. He didn't cover his man. And welcome to the suffering of Manchester United fans. Chelsea 2-2 against Brentford. Garnacho didn't mark his man. I saw the way that he was celebrating. We spoke about it yesterday on the show, guys, about how he's going to overly celebrate and stuff. And he did. And when Chelsea went 2-1 up, he was overly celebrating. He was like almost rubbing it in our faces. And then lo and behold, Garnacho does Garnacho things, and Garnacho didn't cover his man at the near post, and they equalised. Absolutely. Gary, Trust Amorim whenever he chooses to play with. We'll just go with it and cheer on the lads. Come on, United. Come on, Gary. We got this, brother. We got this. We can do this. Good morning, Neil Gunner. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Neil, hope you're blessed. Neil says 2-2. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that, Neil. I'm not getting overly giddy. Absolutely not. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it is a draw. I would love Man United to win, but it's a difficult game, of course. It can go either way. No, mate. Chelsea has 8 points, bro. Do they? They drew their first game. They drew their second game. They won their third game. That's 5. They got 6, haven't they? Have they got 6 points? Have they got 8 points, guys? Am I? Oh yeah, they beat Fulham. Sorry. Yeah, didn't they beat Fulham? No, they beat Fulham. Yeah, they drew their first game. They won their second game. That's 4 points. Yeah, I think they have got 8 points. Yeah. They won 2. They have got 8 points. Correction, Daryl. Absolutely. Correction. We won. We have 7. So if we win today, we'll have 7. Yeah, we're still a little bit behind, but we'll be there. We'll be there, guys. Absolutely. They got 2 draws. Look, you know what? It does look a little bit precarious, isn't it? Arsenal and Liverpool this season. Arsenal have lost 1 game this season, so you know what? Maybe they will lose another one. I don't know. I'm not that. I mean, Arsenal and Liverpool are the front runners in regards to the 2 up front, up top in the league. I do believe it's going to be between Arsenal and Liverpool this season, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But I feel like Man United can make a charge on that top 4. If we can win today, we can make a charge on that top 4, and if we beat the likes of Chelsea as well. You know, you never know what's going to happen, guys, in this season. Of course. Ravel, what's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. Not United related, but Crawford won his fight and finally has someone who, Amana, Nebraska, I can finally have people hear what I'm from and not give me a confused look. Big up and congratulations, my friend. Congratulations, obviously, to Crawford, an absolute nutter. Yeah, and that what a fight, what a fighter, absolutely. And big up Amoha, Nebraska, absolutely. No one talks about Nebraska. We even know it. I'm from England. I mean, we know about Nebraska. Whenever there's a movie about Nebraska, it's always like some weird movie in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Was it a horror movie or something like that? Absolutely. 1-0 today, says Gary. I'll take that all day long, my friend. I'll take any result, of course. Big up Balogun, Mark. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. We need to beat City and Chelsea to make a statement. Absolutely. We need to announce to this Premier League that we have arrived. That's what it's all about today. If we win today, people are going to be like, all week. I don't want Man United to lose. That's one thing I don't want. You know, obviously. Of course, goes without saying. I don't want Man United to lose. And that's what's the most important thing for me. Man United need to at least draw this game. It's not the end of the world. I want to tell everyone around, guys, it's not the end of the world if Man United draw this game. We got Chelsea, we got Man City, we got Liverpool coming up. These are all very difficult games. The most important thing for Man United during this period is to come out of it unscathed, without a loss. And if we can do that, then you can sort of build from there by playing teams that we should win. But obviously, I did say yesterday about Man United playing the teams that we should beat, and we end up losing to the teams we should beat, beating the teams that, you know, people don't expect us to beat. So we've got to be professional. We've got to have that, remove that culture. Big up, Irfan. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Arsenal should win trophies with that team. Yeah, they should. If they don't, they got no excuses. But Liverpool are better. Depends on how many goals we get. Could go 6th or 7th. It's not that bad, Daryl. We're moving up there, bruv. We're moving up there, but let's beat Manchester City first. Absolutely. Gary, Nebraska has thousands of miles of nothing but corn growing. They are the corn capital of the world, literally. Absolutely. Nebraska, I always think of snow when I think of Nebraska. Am I being right here? Am I thinking about something else? I always think of snow. Am I thinking of completely something else? I don't know. But yeah, I would love to visit there. There's a few places in the world that I would love to visit. Nebraska's one of them, and middle of nowhere. Absolutely. My grandma's from Newport News, Virginia. That's where my grandma is from, by the way. She's from there. Newport News, Virginia. It's near North Carolina. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's where she's from. Or Carolina, South Carolina, shall I say. Absolutely. But yes, guys, we are getting geared up to this game, guys. What are your thoughts on the game? Who's going to play? What's going to happen, guys? We are really, really good to go, guys. And no, it feels like forever, doesn't it? This international break totally took it out of me, guys. It really took it out of me. This international break really drove, it seemed like 2 years, not 2 weeks. And that's what I would say. Happy match day, Kenny. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Come on, United. This is what it's all about, guys. It is all about that. But one thing I would say to you guys, I want us you know what? Whatever happens today, I don't want us to overreact. I don't want us to be going, "Oh, get him out. He's done this and the tactics and the that. You know, we will call it as it is. We will criticize where it deemed to be criticized, but we're not going to overreact on this channel. Absolutely not. We're going to back this manager because we know the context of what's going on in this season. Of course, it is all about context. I don't want anyone throwing out tactics. I don't want anyone throwing about Senny Lamens. I hope that Bayinde has a good game. The only concern I have about Bayinde is obviously corners. The rest of his game, I think, is pretty good. You're thinking about Alaska. That's the one, William. That's the one. There you go. Dum. Absolutely. Big up, William. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, my friend. Newport News, Virginia is a beautiful part of the world. So in North Carolina, very beautiful country. Thank you so much, Gary. Yeah, my grandma from there. My grandma lived there. She's from there. Yeah. So yeah, I do have American relatives. Of course, I do. My brother, my eldest brother, lives in New York. He's married over there. So I have a few. I've got to visit him, to be honest. I have to visit him. But yeah, guys, look, you know what? Manchester United, Manchester City. You know what? I keep thinking about that gentleman. Who's that guy on the overlap? That young lad who keeps talking about Man United, keeps downplaying Man United's history, keeps downplaying that Sir Alex Ferguson. We need to shut this guy up. You know what I mean? This was it, Chuff Monster. We need to shut him up. We really do. Stephen. Think the middle will be a big problem today, but I hope we will win. I mean, it is a very big decision that Ruben Amorim has to make, isn't it? Whether he's going to play Bruno in the number 8 position, Mainu in the number 8 position, move Bruno into the number 10 position. These are the big decisions that he has to make. What is Xerxes going to play? Is Ahmad going to play the number 10? There's loads of things that we got to work out here. Will Mazraoui move into the right wing back position? You know, I don't know. And this is the good thing about this game, because we don't. And one thing I do hope, above all, right, because anything is a flip of a coin when it comes to Man United team selection. The one thing I hope is that we play Sesko today. I'm looking at Walter Maeda, who plays for Newcastle United, came on the deadline day, right, to Newcastle United and played yesterday for Newcastle United. No preseason, no nothing, scored a goal. Needs to play. Sesko needs to play today. He needs to play today. We cannot be just, well, oh, not yet. Hold it back, hold back. For goodness sake, I sound like a bloody Fat Joe song. Lean back. You know what I mean? Hold back. No, we need to get putting forward. We need to play Sesko. Sesko needs to play. We need to stop waiting around and, you know what we say in England? Piss balling about. That's what it is at the end of the day. Gary, we'll move Bruno to number 10 and play Mainu. Sal, what do you think? I agree, Gary. This is what I would do. I think this is a no-brainer. I think this will add more balance to Man United. We'll have Bruno in that attacking third, working alongside Mbeumo. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I think that's what Man United need to do. I really do think that. I think Man United need to think about more balance. Think about playing Mainu in there and playing Bruno as that number 10. If it doesn't work, of course. And the great thing about playing Bruno as number 10, guys, it's not only the fact that he's playing in number 10, it's that if things get a little bit difficult in that midfield, Bruno could always drop into midfield. And then obviously we can have just Mbeumo as the number 10. Bruno can drop into midfield. Other than having Ahmad as a number 10, Ahmad can't drop into that midfield. He's not a midfielder, so he can't drop in that midfield. Xerxes can't drop in that midfield. Bruno can drop in that midfield. If it goes wrong, Bruno can drop in that midfield, and obviously it will cover. You know, so it's a much more no-brainer sort of scenario at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Depth vision today for Amram. No coming back. I made mistakes. Depth vision time today. No depth vision time today, Irfan. At the end of the day, it's early days and you've got to look at the context of what is going on with him. No depth vision. If he loses, he loses. We're not turning against him. Absolutely. Don't care. Just need the win. Don't want to lose, but got to come on United. Absolutely. But one thing we can't do, we can't overreact. We can't start planting the seed. Oh, you know what? It's all on Ruben Amorim. It's all on Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim won against City last year away from home. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, look, I'm not going to overreact. And, what we have is what we have. The team is what we have is what we have. The squad is what we have and what we have. Ruben Amorim won in midfielder. We didn't get a midfielder. That is what it is at the end of the day. Big up, Old Trafford. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good, guys. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Good to see the Old Trafford in the house. Good to see you again. 83 watching, 21 likes. Guys, listen. I've got 92 in the house now. Let's get 90 likes. Let's get 90 likes. If you haven't smashed the like, what are you doing? Lean back, unleash Sesko. Absolutely, King Jan. We got to unleash Sesko today. I really do feel like that. I feel like he's going to cause them a lot of problems, especially given Manchester City's injury record. I feel like if he plays, it's going to add a new dimension to Man United, because I'm looking at Man United. Look, Mason Mount's not going to be in the team. If Mason Mount was fit, I actually feel that Mason Mount would have played, but Mason Mount's not fit. So there's no reason not to play Sesko today, in my opinion. Cherky, when signed for Man City, in his interview said he will finish. Yeah, I remember that. Absolutely. We don't forget this, do we, Old Trafford? He missed 50% of the chances this season. Absolutely. There you go. There you go, mate. Absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, look, he's scared of us. He's scared of us. You know what I mean? That's what he's running away from the game. And that's what he's doing. Absolutely. I'll take the draw if it happens. It's not down to Amram. He's not to blame. Like you said, we need a midfielder and a right wing back. I am back in regard. Absolutely, Daryl. And I know there are going to be people, the uneducated few, who won't really understand the context. You know what I mean? In regards to that, there are people who don't understand football like that, and they'll just start jumping on Ruben Amram. Oh, it's Ruben Amram's fault. You see how many points after 4 games, blah, 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 all that crap, of course. Is he underplaying this season in regards to Baleba? I think he's been distracted by Manchester United, Old Trafford. I think he's been distracted by Man United. I think he wanted Man United move. And there is rumours coming out that he wants the Man United move. He wanted the Man United move. There's a no-brainer. Brighton should have just sold him to us. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the part of the problem, Sal. Bruno is all over the place, out of position according to his heat map. Yeah, and this is why. Exactly, Gary. When Bruno is all over the pitch, and this is what I've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, when Bruno's all over the pitch, yeah, he works hard. His heat map's great, fantastic. Congratulations on working hard. But what he does, when he does that, he isolates the midfielder, the other midfielder who's in there, whether it's Ugarte, Casemiro, Mainu, whoever it is, he isolates that midfielder, and then the opposition team can do a 2 against 1, a 3 against 1, a triangle around the other midfielder, whether that's Ugarte, that's Casemiro, that's Mainu. And that's why the player next to Bruno struggles, and there's no coincidence that everyone is struggling in that position, because Bruno does not play that way, of course, guys. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And he goes everywhere. He's not a central. Look, when I think about a central midfielder, obviously I think about Zidane, I think about Paul Scholes, I think about Roy Keane. And the thing about midfielder, and this is something that I was speaking about consistently, is that we can't just shoehorn players into midfield and expect them to be this magnificent midfielder that we've been waiting for since Roy Keane. It's not going to happen like that. A midfield position should be disciplined. You need to cover that zone, not the whole pitch, the zone. Unless you've got a free role, the zone in the area of the number 8, you need to be in that zone there, not in the left back position, in the right back position, because then you're exposing your midfielder. We got other players in that team who do that job. And this is one thing that I'm concerned about today. If Bruno plays there, I'm a little bit concerned that he will, drift out of position, and we might gift Man City some spaces and stuff like that. Watched Garnacho last night walking around, lazy kid, good business getting rid. Absolutely, William. He's the past. Absolutely. He's the past. Damien, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Come on, United later today. We need that win today. Guys, don't forget to join me for the watch-along, guys. I'm live for the watch-along. Don't forget to join me for that. It should be a big one. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Bruno sprays the ball a lot, gets frustrated, and he kicks the ball into touch too many times as well, guys. Absolutely, he kicks the ball too much into touch. Garnacho was poo last night. And he made a massive mistake, didn't he? He didn't cover his man at the near post. Thank God he's gone. He's got his history. His history. No good for me. Your history. Your history. No good for me. No good for me. What's that? Who sang that song? Who's that? Something Sisters. Was it Shakespeare Sisters? Yo, no good for me. No good for me. So he's gone now, guys. That's good. Tybog. Morning, everyone. Morning, Tybog. How you doing, my friend? Absolutely buzzing. It is match day, guys. It feels like forever. It feels like forever, and we've been waiting for these games. No problem, fan. I got you, brother. I got you. No problem. Don't worry about the typos and stuff like that. I got it. I get it. I put 2 and 2 together and get 7. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I do. But yeah, guys, look, you know what? One thing I will say, guys, I know there are people out there who are waiting for Ruben Amram to slip up. They're waiting for that moment he slips up. They're going to be, boom, straight on him like a vultures around shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I feel like people need to be calm. Just be calm. I'm calm, but I'm confident in this game. I'm confident in this game. If this game ends in a draw, I think we take it and we go. right? And then we move on to the Chelsea game, and hopefully we win the Chelsea game against Old Trafford. I actually think, guys, and I want to know this theory, right? I want to know your opinions. I actually think that Garnacho signing for Chelsea is going to help Man United against Chelsea. You know that? I actually think that Garnacho signing for Chelsea will help Man United beat Chelsea at Old Trafford. I feel that way because I feel that the drama surrounding Garnacho is actually going to have an adverse effect on Chelsea. I feel like that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's just how I feel about it. And I think I know that Man United shouldn't have any extra incentives to play. They should always play. It's the badge. It's Man United. But, naturally, Man United are going to be more inclined to give that little bit extra, that little bit edge, isn't it? And putting their foot in and getting stuck in. And I want to see, you remember when Di Maria played against Man United? Do you remember that? And we pushed him into that, at Old Trafford, we pushed him on the touchline and he fell into the railings. And as you know, at Old Trafford, there's a little slope. So you just go flying. You can get seriously injured, to be honest with you. Di Maria could have been seriously injured. Good, big up Ashley Young, by the way. But yeah, look, this is what Man United need to do to Garnacho next week. I believe it is next week. Absolutely. I remember that song, Sal. Yo, history. No, good for me. Absolutely. There is no problem with your types, Van. There you go. Absolutely. Blame it on the typo. Blame it on typo. Yeah, I do it sometimes. It's not. Don't worry. I blame it on a typo. In regards to Ruben Amorim, 10 years down the line, we will address him as Sir Ruben Amorim. Come on, my guy. That is what it's all about. It is all about that, guys. I love the positivity. I do like that. Score prediction 2-1 United. Regarding, I think you're right regarding Garnacho. I know. I just got this feeling, mate. I don't know what it is. I feel like Garnacho coming back to Old Trafford is only going to help Man United. It's only going to help Man United. We know about Garnacho. We know Garnacho like the back of our hand. We know it. We know that when the going gets tough, the tough don't get going, and definitely don't get Michael Douglas coming out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, you know what I mean? Well, Billy Joe's not going to go up. No, who sang that song? When the tough. Forgotten his name. Yeah, Billy Ocean. That's the one. Yeah, it definitely doesn't get going. William. Yeah, I said the same thing about Garnacho to Chelsea fans. Good luck with that circus. Absolutely. Guys, absolutely. It's good luck to them. I mean, they're going to need it. They're definitely going to need that because they're going to, we know about Garnacho. We know what Garnacho's all about, don't we? At the end of the day. Tyborg, I do it all the time. I write something and here thinking, what the hell is that? Sometimes I do things I don't intend. Sometimes I do things, I write things I don't Nintendo. Oh, God. Daryl Davies, remember when Sir Alex Ferguson came in and was on the brink of getting sacked, but what happened? Exactly, mate. These people don't have the patience, guys. We come from an era of impatience. We come from an era of impatience. We come from an era that I want things straight away. And this is the generation that we live in at the moment. Everything they have is at the access of a thumb, right? And they can just look at it online, whatever they want. They can look at it online. Whereas when we were raised, we had to work for things, we got lost. We were lost. We didn't have the phone. Oh, let me just look at Google Maps and stuff like that. We didn't have that luxury. We were like literally maps, and things were much more harder to come by. And with that, we appreciated things much more. And what did that bring? That brought an element of patience. And this is what we had with Alex Ferguson. We had patience. Some people didn't. Some people were calling out for Alex Ferguson's head. And God blimey, can you imagine that the board at the time listened to that minority and sacked Alex Ferguson? We wouldn't be the club where what we are today. And some people in this stream wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And that's the plain facts. We have to face the reality. Do you know what I mean? And I would say that, this is why we have to stay patient. I'm seeing a lot of characteristics in regards to Ruben Amorim. I'm seeing Alex Ferguson vibes in some things, right? I am. I'm looking at the ruthlessness. I'm looking at the way he's getting rid of players, even though some of them are fan favorites. And I actually believe that he isn't finished yet. I do believe there's going to be more players leaving this football club. There will be. Gary, Chelsea might not play Garnacho when we play him. They might not. Yeah, that's true. They might not play him. They might say, look, you know what? This is too much of a pressure game for him. I think he will be on the bench, though. They spent a lot of money on him. I mean, for our standards. Will Mazraoui play in the midfield today? No, Damien. He won't play in the midfield today. No. He won't play in the midfield today. You cannot play a player who's never played in midfield probably 5 times in his career and play him in midfield. Absolutely not. Social media is to blame. Information as so readily available. Look, everyone relies on. People don't use their brains these days. You know, there's obviously in Twitter you can just say ask Jock, whatever it's called. And you can ask anyone about, what it is and what isn't. And people are not making up their own minds now, and people are not using their brains now. And that's the thing, and that has obviously had an adverse effect, of course. William, buzzing for today. Come on, United all the way. Come on, guys. Absolutely. It is all United all the way, guys. Absolutely, my friends. It's United all the way. This is what it's all about, guys. Absolutely, guys. We have to support the team and we have to back the team, guys. We're not going to go on Twitter like Irfan and slag off Dorgu and people like that. Irfan, okay? We need to go and support these young players and support them today. That's what we need to do. Absolutely. The Old Trafford. I agree. We just like Sir Alex. Yeah, absolutely. Football was better before social media. Absolutely, it was. And what would you know, Kenny? You were a baby, mate. What were you talking about, Kenny? You were a baby. Kenny, you were around when social media was there. Social media, Facebook came out 2005. How old were you, mate? You can't remember, Kenny. You're not in our crew, bruv. Big up, mate. You're not in our crew, Kenny. Only joking. But yeah, look, you know what? You're only about in your 20s. It's 2025. 20 years ago, before social media, it was better. 90s, I'm talking about the 90s and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. I know people want to think that they were involved in that, but they weren't. It was good, Kenny. It was good. We actually spoke to people. We actually approached people. We didn't just go online like this. You know what I mean? We actually spoke to people. We actually had a good time. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but it is what it is. We have to move on with the times, and we can't be nostalgic, can we? But people are too reactionary these days, not just in football, but in life in general. Yeah, and it's the people follow too much. They follow sheep. They like sheep these days. People follow trends. What's popular? You know what I mean? They follow that, and they're too scared to speak their mind, and they're too scared to speak what is the truth and the gospel. They're too scared to do that, and this is what happens these days. Unfortunately, we got a generation that are very reactionary. And some people, unfortunately, even people I know, are going to be, after this game, criticizing Ruben Amorim and slagging him off and saying, he's done this and he's done this. I'm starting to doubt Ruben Amorim, blah, blah, blah. And you know what's going to happen in it? Planting the seed. Excuse me. Planting the seed. That's what is going to happen at the end of the day. No moaning and groaning, fan. I'm only joking, brother. But yeah, look, we have to be patient. It is what it is, brother. At the time, people opposed players getting released by Sir Alex Ferguson. At the time, people opposed. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we had Gordon Strachan, we had Paul McGrath, who left the football club. Not only that, obviously, later on, we had Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, Paul Ince, Kanchelskis, Mark Hughes. All these players left the football club. And what happened? We trusted Alex Ferguson, even though during the you can't win anything with kids era. It was very treacherous. We were very worried about what was going to happen. Of course we were. But when Alex Ferguson won the double, we learned that never doubt Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson. Don't doubt him. Sir Alex Ferguson is the guy. We're not going to doubt him anymore. I hope Binder is onto his game. Let's hope so. Before only your family knew if you were an idiot. Nowadays, everyone. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Faithfully, I'm not an idiot. Absolutely not. There are a lot of idiots, though. Definitely. There are a lot of idiots. And unfortunately, and those idiots slag off Dorgu. Plays like that. Only joking. But there are a lot of idiots out there calling for the manager to be sacked. You know what I mean? And it's ridiculous. There are too many out there. I went 20 years in the music industry without social media, guys. I went on Sky Sports without, not because it's diverse to do so. Not because it's diverse and we're trying to fit a quota. I went on Sky Sports through talent. Not because I'm trying to fit a quota. I went on Sky Sports through talent. You know what I mean? With music and things like that. You know what I mean? People these days wouldn't know what that is. Everything is at the click of a thumb. Everything is at a click of a finger and stuff like that. Back in the day, social media was the pub. Yeah. Chit chat was the pub. Absolutely. Leave Irfan. Leave Bayinde alone. You mentioned him 10 times already, Irfan. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. I know you. I get it. We need him to have a good game. No shit, Sherlock. We need him to have a good game. Leave him alone. All right, leave him alone. So I hope he has a good game. Oh, he might fondle something. He needs to have a big game. He needs to do this. He needs that. Calm the fuck down. Fuck it. I can't say. Leave him alone. Yeah, as a Man United fan, 40 years. Leave him alone, man. But let him win. Stop bloody tempting fate, for goodness sake. Old Trafford. I see the young boys who think so less of Man United and make fun of our club. They don't know what it means to be a Red Devil. Absolutely. They don't, you know. And guys, look, they don't. Many people don't. They don't know what it means. And we all know what it is. We all know, fan, that Bayinde's bad at corners. We know that. No shit, Sherlock. We all watched the Arsenal game. You know what I mean? We weren't sitting in a box in a hidden room somewhere. We were here doing a watch along. You should have joined us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't want to think about that. All I want to think about today is positivity, and that's what I want to do. I may make a mistake, but I don't want to think about that right now. I want to think about Man United, how we can beat Man City. That's what I want. How we could beat Man City, and best of luck to Bayinde today. That's what we should be saying. Good luck, Bayinde. Go and smash it, my son. Go and get what we want. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, guys. It's about being positive in this dunya, as I say, of course, guys. But yeah, look, you know, it's going to be a difficult game. Man City will be coming at us. Man City have got a point to prove. They haven't played well this season, of course, and they're going to be wanting to take it. They're going to be smelling blood. They're going to think, but we smell blood as well at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Who is this little player you're talking about? You don't know who. You won't know who your Boyadi, my friend, or your Boyadi. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a Lille midfielder, defensive midfielder, who's currently wanted by Man United, Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Liverpool, and has been spoken about on this channel a couple of times and numerous amounts of times, even with the community. We've been talking about this player. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Stop putting down players on him to jinx the game. Absolutely. Stop jinxing the players. I don't want to hear about it, guys. We should be talking about Bruno Fernandes and his bloody dead balls and all that. But we're not. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're talking about, you know what, winning this game today. Absolutely. I'm all about the positive vibes today. I'm going to have my opinion about the team lineup. When the team lineup comes out, I'm going to have my opinion. I'm going to speak my piece. And once I spoke my piece, I'm going to be like, okay, it's in the past. And now we support the football club. And that's about it at the end of the day, guys. So beware of that one. Roy, do you think Onana will do good in Turkey? Probably, because it's not much to do. I mean, he's not playing for the best team, Trabzonspor. He's not playing for the best team. He's not playing for Fenerbahce or Galatasaray. He's going to be worked. He's going to be worked. Absolutely. We beat Man City by starting Sesko like Napoli. Did we, Højlund, last night, and starting on the front foot? Absolutely. Sesko like Napoli. Absolutely. That's what we need to do. Old Trafford, January window, as per rumours, would be transformative. It would be, but I don't think we're going to be doing anything in January. Take that out of your head. Take it out of your head. Don't expect nothing in January. All the deals, there might be a deal for a young player, whatever, but all those deals, right, are going to be done in the summer mostly. But we might get a loan. We might get a young player in. We might get a player, you never know, of course, guys. Absolutely. So, look, let's wait and see what happens anyway. Daryl, literally, brother, it's all about the game today. Let's crack on and kill this game. Absolutely. We can't do anything about the lineup. We can't do anything about the players that we have. We have to back it. We don't need to put any juju on the team today. We need to make sure we're backing this team, and that's what we do, guys. Because I already see people planting the negativity seed. That's what they do. They think I'm silly, mate. I've been around the block. They think I'm stupid. They think that you know what, slyly slagging, digging up their player that they don't like. Buying there, dogu, buying there. When, you know what I mean, there's a lot more problems in our team, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to mention that today, because all I care about today is winning this bloody football match. And you know what, supporting the team and bringing good vibes, of course. That's nothing, mate. Back in the day, we used to walk 100 kilometers just to get water. I took my college. I ran 100 kilometers just to go to World Cup. I made a disc of the Dior rap song. Trust me, bro. I don't know what you want about, mate. I don't know what you want about. Anyway, I'm talking about England here. Anyway, I was in the music industry and I was on TV, MTV and stuff like that, mate, with nothing, mate. You know what I mean? Living in a one-bedroom flat house in a very dangerous atmosphere. It's not about that. I didn't just make rap songs in a barn. We made rap songs, we made music. I worked with Eminem, D12, G-Unit, out from nothing. From nothing. I made dust into gold. Absolutely. Humbly. Wouldn't be surprised if Bruno starts in midfield. I wouldn't be surprised anyway. Off topic, but was anyone watching Juve into last night? Crazy game. Didn't watch it. Tybo, didn't watch it. I had too much to do, to be honest. I watched briefly the Napoli game, briefly. So we have to be patient with Amorim, has the mentality. Absolutely, we have to be patient. We do. And you know what? You know the funny thing is, right? The patience, people talking about patience, right? We're going to see their patience after 90 minutes. We're going to see it after 90 minutes. Sal, we have to be patient. I'm sorry, I just read that one. Excuse me. Good morning, Taiwo. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Isn't it worrying that most players leaving Manchester United are hitting a form of other clubs? I am not convinced with Amorim's system. Taiwo, it's nothing to do with Amorim's system because that's been happening for many, many years. Taiwo, don't be stupid and talk about Amorim's system because it's not Amorim's system, mate. You're not stupid and don't be stupid. It's not Amorim's system. It's Serie A, mate. It's Serie A. Serie A is piss easy, mate. It's not the same as the Premier League. When players leave, they score goals in the Serie A. That's what happens. Anyone could go to Serie A and score goals. It's one of them leagues. It's not the Premier League. So it's not the system. Stop talking about the system. You know, it's not it's Amorim's system. It's Amorim's system. It's Amorim's system. Dead ball knowledge, brother. Dead ball knowledge. Deadballknowledge.com, brother. You know, it's not the system. It worked. We dominated Arsenal. You don't dominate Arsenal if you have a bad system, right? We played a 4-3-3 under Eric Ten Hag. What happened there? He got sacked. You know, we're trying to change a culture at this football club. Blaming system is just such a low, thing to do. It's just like, oh, look at him. He's doing well in Serie A. Oh, my goodness me. So, when's the last time a Serie A team won in Europe? When's the last time they won a European trophy? It was Atalanta, the only team in the last 15 years that actually won any form of European trophy. So we have to look at that. It's not a strong league anymore, like it used to be. We have to. Why is blah 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 scoring so many goals in San Marino? You know what I mean? Come on, guys. No more mentions of systems. Stop the bullshit about system. Absolutely, though. It's bollocks. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Oh, goodness me. I've been around systems and stuff all my life and football all my life, guys. Absolutely. You know what I mean? These people, they see football like I kick ball in goal. Goal is scored. You know what I mean? The most I expect to happen in January is a couple of more players to leave. Soldo loan could be absolutely. Tyborg, absolutely. Forget. Oh no, he's told isn't hanging in there goal anymore. Absolutely. Bruno false number 9 today. We don't play false number 9. It'll be Sesko playing today. Bruno's not good in the false number 9. He's rubbish. Tyra, it's because they are changing slower and less demanding leagues. Simple as that. And people don't understand that. They've been watching too much Saeed TV. They don't understand that. You know what I mean? Goodness me. It sort of took the IQ lower in this channel. I have to build the IQ back up. Sorry. Stephen, it's all down to the players and managers can't handle the pressure of playing for Manchester United and playing. That's partly as well, Stephen. It is partly, but I believe in Ruben Amorim. System. I know. Guys, all footballers leave clubs to do better, not just United. Work it out. All footballers leave clubs and do better. Yeah, look. Serie A's, look at McTominay. Ballon d'Or for crying out loud. Do you know what I mean? He weren't good enough for the Premier League. We have to be honest and real with ourselves. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you've got players that come from Italy now who can score goals. Rasmus is going to score goals in Italy. And that's what it is because it's an easier league. And that's no disrespect. And if these teams are so good, how comes they don't win Champions Leagues? How comes they don't win Europa Leagues? And that's what I say. Today, we have a big chance to put City in their place. I hope so, mate. I hope so. Guys, Kenny, Taiwo, the system doesn't really relate to anything. The players leaving the football club. No, absolutely. Yeah, I know. I used to be a promotional DJ for the Ministry of Sound. We was in the CDs the CD days. Yeah, Sheep from Audience, Sydney, Samson, Reversud was the biggest hit on these days. Brilliant. Big up, Damien. Good to see musical people in here today. Very good. I was in the music industry a long time. It's good to see them there. And we did it without the help of social media. None of these people who are big now with their big platforms would have big platforms if it weren't for social media. However, we would. Humbly, we would. Gary, truth be told, I hope Binder has a great game. He looks like he's trying hard. Amram is working on his mentality, so I pray that he does well for all our sakes. Beside that, we need a solid number 2. Gary, absolutely. And this is the kind of message that I like, Gary. This is what I'm talking about. This is the vibes that I want. This is the kind of vibes that I want. I want us to have these type of vibes. We hope he has a good game. We're backing him. Ruben Amram backs him, and we hope he has a good game. And that is it. This is not about me right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. This is about Binder having a good game that benefits Manchester United against Manchester City today. And hopefully we win the game. Pure headache, mate. No, people need to wake up and smell the coffee. Absolutely, brother. I don't know. I lose patience. Thank God we did not get Donnarumma. The rumor is Donnarumma. Absolutely. Why not? He's a good goalkeeper. Still one of the best in the world. Sorry, Old Trafford, I have to say that. Excited for the derby. Manchester United will win 3-0. Sesko will score if he starts. Our season starts today. Come on, Sesko lover. Big up, my friend. Absolutely. If we win, had Onana, how Man City has Donnarumma. Oh, my goodness me. Donnarumma is the best goalkeeper in the world, Old Trafford. Statistically, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. And I'm not going to flip-flop from that. I don't know anyone can. He almost single-handedly won PSG of Champions League. You see his saves last season. Unbelievable. You know, so I would say that he's not the perfect, but he's a better goalkeeper than what we have. And we have to be real. And we have to understand their strengths, and we have to understand our strengths, you know? Big up fan. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. 3-0 to United. Come on, mate. I would love that, brother. I would love that all day long, of course. The Old Trafford, I would have taken Donnarumma and Lemens as number 2, but it is what it is. And we kick on, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Brother, even World Cup doesn't compare to the intensity of the world. No, nothing compares to the intensity of the Premier League. Absolutely not. William, guys, this is a real United fan channel. Stop with the stupid questions. We ain't stupid. We back the club and the manager. End of. Come on. Absolutely, William. This is what we do. We're not flip-flops. And I'm not planting any, even what I feel about certain things, tactically, about certain players and stuff, playing that. I make my point. But I'm hoping that today they have the game of their lives. That's as I am with every game. Every game Man United approach, I'm hoping that they have the game of their lives and Man United absolutely smash it today. Because that is what it's all about. Man United winning the game today. You know, and that's all I care about. You know, individuals, whatever. Whether I like that individual, whether I dislike that individual, it's all about Man United winning the game today. And I do say 2-1. Am I saying that we have to be saying Binder will be the difference today? All I'm saying is that I'll be saying, I hope that Binder doesn't make any mistakes today. I don't care about that. I care about, you know what, Binder having a good game. He's going to have a good game. Is he the difference maker? I don't know if he's going to be different. Everyone is a difference maker to today, fan. Everyone. Bruno Fernandes is the captain. He's the difference maker, right? He's a difference maker. You know, we're going to have Sesko's the goal scorer. He's the difference maker. Mbeumo's going to be creating a goal. He's the difference maker. You know, and that is all I care about. Do you know what I mean? The difference, man. System, I mean, who cared about system back in the day, Gary? It's a new thing. It's a new thing. This system business, it's a new thing. Oh, we got to play this. I guarantee you, if we play a 4-3-3 or we play a 4-2-3-1, we're going to have the same problems. And it's just that people just need to calm down and be patient in regards to this, the system. I mean, it drives me mad when people talk about systems. You know, great players play in any system anyway. I have serious doubts about Donnarumma. EPL is a different beast. He's ready for it, mate. If you got people like Verbruggen in the Premier League and Binder in the Premier League, Donnarumma will be fine, mate. He's the best goalkeeper in the world. And that's it. And he'll be fine. And he's won a European Championship. He's won a Champions League. He's more experienced than 90% of the goalkeepers in our bloody Premier League, mate. You know what I mean? He can handle it. He's played against Premier League clubs in the Champions League, hasn't he? With the likes of Liverpool, with the likes of Man City. He's played against all of them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And he'll be fine. But I hope today he has a terrible game. I hope today Donnarumma has the worst game in his career. And that's what I hope today. I hope it slips under his hand. He does a Massimo Taibbi. That's what I hope today. That's what I'm praying for today. You know what I mean? I just want him to concede goals today. That's all I want. I don't want to be a downer, but we have seen it before. The team and players, they crumble under pressure. But why are we talking about that now, Stephen? Why are we talking about Liverpool? Why are we talking about that? Why don't we talk about how we beat Man City at the Etihad last season? Why are we talking about hypothetical scenarios? You know? Why don't we talk about 1999 when we beat Liverpool, or 2006 when we beat Liverpool, or 2005 when we beat Liverpool? Or let's talk about the time when we beat Man City 5-0 at Old Trafford. Let's talk about that. It doesn't matter. What matters is today. It doesn't matter what happened to Liverpool. It doesn't matter what happened to that. We do well against City. We do well against Liverpool. We drew against Liverpool last season, 2-2 at Anfield. We beat Man City last season at Etihad. We beat Arsenal too, you know? And that's the thing. You know, let's think about what's going to happen today. What's going to happen today? Let's not think about hypothetical scenarios that rumble in your head that make you go crazy. You know, we have to just understand that we have to support this team. I always accept that they lost as long as they give their all everything and fight. Absolutely. I just can't tolerate laziness. Absolutely. Amram understood this too, and is getting rid of the players and the wrong attitude. Absolutely, Typo. Spot on. You know, some people came on this stream talking about Ineos done this, Glazer's done this. This is Ruben Amram's doing. This is Ruben Amram. This is what Ruben Amram is doing. You know? I hope Donnarumma don't hurt his back picking the ball out of there. Absolutely. This is the vibes. This is the vibes. You know what I mean? This is the vibes that I want. This is what I want. Are these people actually United fans? So look, you know what? I'm no one to say. But one thing I do before the game, on match day, I try to stay away from negativity, right? When it comes to the game, when I see the lineup, I make my point, right? I give my opinion when I see the lineup. But when the game starts and before the lineup is announced, I'm trying to be as positive as possible. And that's how I've always been. Way, way back since the 90s, since the 80s, since I supported Man United. This is how I've been. Come on, United. Let's do this. We got this. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about them. 11 against 11. Who cares? You know, and this is what I'm like. And I don't like to bring up, oh, but we lost to them that day. Or remember that time when we lost to them? Or you know, it's gonna be a tough game. You know, what about Bayern there? He's gonna make a mistake. He better turn up today. You know, and you know, this thing that rumbles on and plants a little bit of a seed into the pot. And you know what? Trying to like already the negative energy and the atoms of energy are going out to Bayern there. Don't make a mistake. Better not make a mistake. You watch what happens if you make a mistake and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And this is something that I don't do. At the end of the day, whether I rate him or not, it's irrelevant. Whether I rate Bruno or not, it's irrelevant. Today is about Man United versus Man City and Man United getting the points today. Absolutely, Daryl. Stop being negative. Say back in the team, possible. Move on. Absolutely. We don't want to talk about what happened then. Right? I'm not saying that Man United today are going to go out and win this game. But what I am going to say is that I want Man United to win this game. We need to back Man United and not worry about, not be pessimistic in regards to the team today. It's the wrong time to be pessimistic in regards to the team today. We need to win this game, and that's what we need to do. And I believe this team can win this game. I really do. And I hope they win this game. If they draw the game, I'm not going to be like, you know what, throwing the book out. Oh, you drew a game against Man City because I hate Ruben Amram. I'm going to jump on Ruben Amram for drawing against Man City. I'm not going to do that as well at the end of the day. William, how do you expect the club to move forward if the fans can't? Back, I'm sick of this negative shit. It's boring. I mean, people are entitled to their opinions, and everyone's entitled to different parts of opinions. But one thing I don't want is bringing in hypothetical scenarios or scenarios that happened years ago or what happened during 2017 when we lost this game or 2020 when we lost that game. I'm not interested in that. That's the past at the end of the day, you know? At the end of that's gone. That's done and dusted. Long gone and gone, isn't it? Justin Timberlake and T.I. Dead and gone. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And what I would say is that we have to move on and we have to concentrate on what happens today. And you know what? The great thing about football, as I've always said, football is the great equalizer. Football changes things. You know what I mean? You can make history the next game, you know? Tyborg, our feeling during the watch-along last season, happiness and cheers, beware analysis and sadness during and then depression after the game. Let's hope today would be different. We suffered a lot, Tyborg, last season. We did. But what was the overriding similarity between me and you, Tyborg? What was the overriding similarity between me and you? Back in the team. Back in the team. And we backed the team and we backed the manager. We backed the team and we backed the manager. And we were let down and we were let down and we were let down. We were heartbroken in the end. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to paint every single season with this season. We're just going to move on, ain't we? And today's a massive game, and we wait and see what happens, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a great chat. Whether we agree or not, much love to you all. Thank you so much for joining. And guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. And please don't forget to put the notifications on. And also, guys, don't forget to join me for the big watch along later on, guys. Guys, I am here at 4 p.m. UK time. UK time, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Central European time. So don't forget to join me for that, guys. I will be live, and it's going to be emotional. Of course it is, but we support the team. And thank you so much, Daryl, for your lovely super chat. Really appreciate you, brother. Absolutely appreciate you every single day, my friend. Big up, Daryl, one of the guys. I feel like I've known Daryl for years, but thank you so much, my friend, for supporting the channel. Big up, our man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Daryl, and glory, Man United. Let's get it in, guys. We got this, guys. Let's keep positive. Keep that positive attitude. Let's do this, guys. We will win. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you soon for the watch along. Take it easy. Peace.